And we welcome you into the Raleigh County Convention Center tonight. Video Productions presents postseason basketball here on the boys' side. It is the Region 3 Class 4A Co-Region semifinal between the Warriors of Riverside. They're 6-16 against the Beckley Flying Eagles. They're 16-3. And Eric, when you hear me give those records, it's two teams headed in the opposite direction. Beckley comes in winners of 7 in a row. Riverside comes in, even though they are a little better win-wise since we saw them back on February 14th where they only had 4 wins. Riverside has won 2 of their last 3 as they enter the game here tonight.
Yeah, and the thing is, though, once you think about it, Beckley is playing really good basketball as you should be if you're wanting to get to the state tournament. But Riverside, winning 2 and this being March Madness, the official start of it, anything can happen in this game tonight, as we've seen over the course of the last couple of days. I mean, anything can happen. So both teams need to be laser focused tonight.
That's right. The women's conference tournaments in college basketball is going on. The men's are next week, and you're right. There's already been some upsets. Anything could happen. And the one thing about it is Beckley should have a lot of confidence because, as I mentioned, winners of 7 in a row. But these two teams played a little more than just 2 weeks ago, back on the 15th of February on this floor, and you and I did that game, and Beckley won that game convincingly, 88-48.
Yeah, and played a complete game. I remember the broadcast and us talking. That was one of the games where it seemed like the flow of the game was never in doubt in the way Beckley played and shared the basketball, and I think that's going to be key here moving forward.
And you look at this Beckley team, they have not lost a game in over a month since February 1st at Martinsburg. Now, they did not have Zion Hawthorne, and you and I did the Beckley Bluefield game, the final game of the regular season the other night, and Zion Hawthorne did not play in that one. Don't know if he's going to play yet. I saw he was getting treatment on his back, so we don't know. I guess we won't know till right at tip time. But here's a game that you might be able, if you're Beckley, you might be able to still sit Hawthorne out and get him ready if they win tonight, and they're a heavy favorite because they won the last game by 40 to play South Charleston on the road Tuesday night.
Yeah, and that's one of those things you're going to need all your stallions and your key players to go up against South Charleston. Setting right now, looking pretty with the bye, the number 2 seed, waiting on the winner of this game to come to their house and try to get to the state tournament. So South Charleston is setting, and they like how they're positioned right now. And Beckley is going to be needing to hit on all cylinders if they're able to win the night and take that trip down to South Charleston.
Yeah, and just to touch on this region, we say the coast semifinals because you just explained that, Eric. Beckley is the 3 seed. They're hosting Riverside tonight, the 6 seed. The winner plays South Charleston Tuesday. Then the winner of that game Tuesday punches their ticket to the state tournament. On the other half of this Region 3, you have George Washington, the overall number 1 seed, with a bye, and they will take on the winner of St. Albans and Oak Hill, and then the winner of that game on Tuesday will punch their ticket to the state tournament because St. Albans and Oak Hill, they're playing tonight as well.
Yeah, I mean, it's just like you get the top 2 seeds, you just handle business in one game at your place, so you're really setting pretty if you're George Washington and South Charleston.
You think as you move forward things would be better, but I don't know. I just don't like the idea that you can win one game and you're in the state tournament. At least the 2 winners from Tuesday, even if they win, if they're both in the state tournament, I think they should still play maybe on Thursday, and then the 4 winners out of that would be the top 4 seeds at the state tournament, and then the 4 losers would be seeded 5 through 8. That's just my take on the whole situation.
I mean, that's a good take, and you if you think about it, years past, a lot of teams would love to have what's going on now in regional play.
Sure, most definitely.
Think about those Beckley Oak Hill games. I hate to bring that up.
Most definitely.
If you look at Marshall University's coach, Cornelius Jackson, never played at the state tournament.
Right, because he always had to go through Beckley. That's right.
If you're looking, if they would have been 1 or 2, they'd have been on either side of this saying, hey,
right.
We'll see you in Charleston.
And, Eric, as you speak to that, as Beckley makes its way out onto the floor, and Riverside will be out momentarily, see former Beckley legendary coach Dave Bardsdale sitting in the stands. And, of course, back in the 90s, those days, if you remember, Eric, you used to have to win 6 games, 3 to get there and 3 once you got there. Now, you still got to win 3 games once you get there, but now if you're like in George Washington and South Charleston, as far as this region's concerned, you only need 1 to punch your ticket.
Yeah, just 1 to punch your ticket. And, like now, scheduling – and I think this is something that needs to go on moving forward. I like your idea, but I also think scheduling, you got to get this right. If you're going to be in a region, you have to play one another at least once.
At least once, right.
I mean, to get a true reading of who's one seed of the seeding, man. But that's not me whining. That's just me.
I would agree with that.
With anything. I didn't someone released, though, all the regions and who played who and who did what. A lot of regions, a lot of them tried to really play each other like a round robin, so you had true readings of the seeds.
That is right. All right. Beckley's made their way out of the locker room. Riverside, I guess, getting some special instructions, Eric. They haven't made their way out. We'll take our first break. We'll get you ready for this tournament play. It's elimination game, and we'll have it for you at the top of the hour. We'll take our first pregame break. We'll be right back here on Video Productions.
Welcome, folks, to the most mouth-watering showdown on television, the Hangry Games Ultimate Snack-Off, right here at your local Little General store. As the snacks fly and the deli slices, remember, dear viewers, every item they're using can be found at your nearest Little General store, where creativity meets convenience. Keep your appetites brave and your snacks ready.
Life doesn't wait, so neither should your care. Whether it's a cough, fever, or stomach bug, Access Plus is here for those urgent moments.
From bumps and bruises to stitches and even x-rays, we've got you covered with extended hours and walk-in care for the whole family.
You do not have to be an Access Health patient to be seen. No appointments, no hassle, just quality care when you need it.
Access Health, where care meets community.
Hey, Chris, are you snowed in too?
Nah, man, I'm staying nice and warm from the heat coming off all these deals at Dutch Miller's Beckley Auto Mall.
Oh, good for you, man.
For limited time, get up to $10,500 off remaining 2024 GMC Sierra 1500 Denali's.
Hey, can I come over there?
Sure, man.
Oh, this is a lot warmer.
GMC, we are professional grade.
Hey, my name's Paige, and what makes the Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich original to me is the crispiness of the breading and the tenderness of the filet. It's tasty, it's warm, it's total satisfaction.
Hi, this is Tanya, and what makes the Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich original to me is that warm bun, the perfectly seasoned chicken, and that pickle. Woo! I love it. There's a taste of my childhood in every bite.
City National Bank, where you can purchase or refinance your home with the no down payment Champion Mortgage. No down payment, no private mortgage insurance, no kidding. Visit your local branch to get started today. City National Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender. To learn more, log on to mortgage.bankatcity.com.
Compliance helped me lose 50 pounds by freeing up tasks like payroll, HR, and bookkeeping. I'm now free to do what I want.
With compliance, you can do what you want to do. Compliance, we've got your back office.
You have a goal. You know what you want. Start with us, New River Community and Technical College, your community college. Take classes online or in a classroom in Beaver, Lewisburg, Summersville, or Princeton, or step outside the classroom in one of our technical or health programs. Find flexible and affordable options to help you reach your goal. It's closer than you think when you start with us, New River Community and Technical College. Apply today.
Tonight's game is brought to you by West Virginia Orthopedic and Trauma, Dr. John Tabbitt. Whether you're in a car accident or you've had a sports-related injury, Dr. Tabbitt and his staff will get you right back on your feet, and they're located on Woodcrest Drive in Beckley. Also, the game tonight is brought to you in part by Modley's Plumbing and Heating. You never know when you need a plumber till you need a plumber, and you can dial up Modley's at 304-253-HELP. Well, Eric, the first time these two teams met, as we mentioned in our first segment, was back on the 15th of February, and Beckley won that game by 40 points. But Riverside hung for a little while, and the longer the game went, the more Beckley was able to pull away from them. But I do remember in that game, you know, their leading scorer, a young man by the name of Briar Mullins, just a sophomore, he was fantastic. He comes in averaging 17, and he had 21 that night against Beckley on the 15th of February.
Yeah, he did everything he could, possibly to keep Riverside in it. Real polished offensive young man, and I think he has a big upside. As we said, Riverside's young. You know, if they can keep this core together, I think they'll be able to challenge a lot of people in the region next year.
And on the flip side, Eric, the matchup that not just tonight against Riverside, but most teams have a matchup problem trying to handle Jalen Walton for Beckley in the low post. Walton comes in averaging right at 18 a game, and he has really been magnificent, really since he had that bad game in the loss to South Charleston where he only scored 1 point. Since that game, and that was at the end of January, he has really been a dominant player in the low post.
Yes, that South Charleston game was more of what South Charleston's game plan, and they had the blueprint, came up here and executed. And so, South Charleston probably has to like their chances going into Tuesday if Beckley or whoever, Riverside, will win this game. But Jalen Walton will be key in both of these contests.
Yeah, and like I said, Riverside, they just don't match up well, as most teams don't, with Walton. But also, if you start to double down on Walton, that would free up the sharpshooter Kobe Dillon coming in shooting 40% from downtown. In fact, the team as a whole shooting 40% from behind the arc.
Yeah, I mean, if you can do that, you can knock it down at that clip. That's going to be big. And here moving forward, guys, Walton, that's one thing that I like that has changed lately about this Beckley team. If you double Walton in the post, not only does he pass well out of the double team, but he passes to the right person spotting up. And the guards have been able to knock those down.
One of the things we'll have to wait and see is I'm looking out there, Eric, and while we were talking, I do see that Zion Hawthorne is dressed, and if he's out there, and if he's dressed and he's out there, I got to believe he's going to play, right?
Well, it looked like they were putting him through some tests to see, physically if he was able to get out there, and we'll
be a game-time decision. We'll have to wait and see. But, if he doesn't, Taylor Williams has gotten some minutes and has played well. And, of course, the young man Jaden Robinson, has really come off the bench and shot the ball well. More than likely, and I think you would agree, Eric, if Zion Hawthorne is not able to go, more than likely Taylor Williams will probably get that starting nod.
Yeah, Taylor Williams, the only other senior on this team. And, he's the consummate team player. Taylor Williams goes out there, doesn't care if he gets a point. He's going to rebound. He's going to take charges. He's going to play hard for you and do what the team needs to win.
And when you get to the postseason, it's about what you really do on the defensive end of the floor rather than what you do on the offensive floor. Because Beckley has guys, as other teams around the state in all classes have players who can put the ball in the basket. But to get you where you want to get to Charleston and to get to that third Saturday in March for a chance to win a championship, you really got to do it on the defensive end.
Yeah, the elite of the elite in all classes, if you look, they have the blueprint to winning. GW defensively. Morgantown, I'm telling you, I had a chance to watch them last night. They impress me more defensively. They don't really scare you offensively, but they're going to turn you over. They're going to get easy shots, Maris. They're going to force you to take tough shots, and that's a winning formula.
And speaking of Morgantown, they've had the winning formula for the last 4 years. They won 4 straight. They're going for a 5th in a row this year, and, of course, their postseason starts tonight as well. Both teams still going through the warm-ups. We'll go ahead and take a break as we get you ready for this Class 4A Region 3 co-semifinal. The tip at the top of the hour between 6-16 Riverside and 16-3 Beckley here on Video Productions.
Chris, are you snowed in too?
Nah, man, I'm staying nice and warm from the heat coming off all these deals at Dutch Miller's Beckley Auto Mall.
Oh, good for you, man.
For limited time, get up to $10,500 off remaining 2024 GMC Sierra 1500 Denali's.
Hey, can I come over there?
Sure, man.
Oh, this is a lot warmer.
GMC, we are professional grade.
Hey, my name's Paige, and what makes the Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich original to me is the crispiness of the breading and the tenderness of the filet. It's tasty, it's warm, It's total satisfaction.
Hi, this is Tanya, and what makes the Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich original to me is that warm, the perfectly seasoned chicken and that pickle. Woo! I love it. There's a taste of my childhood in every bite.
Unlock the money already in your home at City National Bank. Consolidate loans or fund your next big project with a home equity line of credit. Intro rate. Visit your local branch to get started. City National Bank, member FDIC, an equal housing lender. Learn more at homeequity.bankatcity.com.
Compliance helped me lose 50 pounds by freeing up like payroll, HR, and bookkeeping. I'm now free to do what I want.
With compliance, you can do what you want to do. Compliance, we've got your back office.
The most mouth-watering showdown on television. The Hangry Games Ultimate Snack-Off. Right here at your local Little General store. Keep your appetites brave and your snacks ready.
It's fourth down. Seconds on the clock. He hands it off. Finds a hole in the middle. Clear. Nothing but incredible. A touchdown for the win. I can't believe it.
Pizza. Better with Pepsi.
Hi, I'm Leanne.
And we welcome you back to the Raleigh County Convention Center with Eric Thomas. I'm Maris Lowry, the heavy hitter, Mr. Nick Eskins, producing and directing. And Cameron Ball will be on camera tonight for this Region 3 Class 4A Coast semifinal between Riverside, 16-6, and Beckley, 16-3. Tonight's game is brought to you in part by Allstate Insurance. You're in good hands with Allstate, and you're in good hands with Lori Richmond as your agent. The game also is being brought to you by Cracker Barrel. Love me some Cracker Barrel, the old country store. Whether it's a breakfast, lunch, or dinner, you got to love Cracker Barrel. And, Eric, I know you've kept the book for all the games we've done this year, and you can flip your book back to the 15th of February when Beckley won the 40 points. Maybe you can give who were some of the top scorers for each team in that first meeting, meeting.
In the first meeting, Briar Mullins, as we stated at the top of the broadcast, he had 21, but he didn't get much help from the guys who came in averaging, in double figures. I think Isaiah Coles came in that game at that time.
13.
Averaging 13. He scored 0. And I think the next leading scorer was Brock.
Right.
And Josh Brock, he had 9, so he was held – he came in averaging 16 at that time.
Right.
So that's one of the things that your best players have to be great tonight if you're Riverside to have any chance. But going back to the 15th, that night, Jalen Walton had a well of a game. He had 29 points. Zy Hawthorne had 14. Kobe Dillon ran the offense the way he should. He had 15 points, 5 3-pointers. And 12 of those came in the decisive first half where they were able to put the game away. And rounding out the scoring was Lucas Rainey. The bench came in. They had 15, 20 points off the bench. He had 8 from Rainey. Jaden Robinson with 7. Gage Burdett with 3. I mean, when you can have that kind of balance, man, that's tough.
Well, Eric, I talked in our earlier segments about the matchup that Jaden Walton, the problem he causes, just not tonight, but almost against every team. The only team that really kept him under control was South Charleston. And like you said, it might have been more what Beckley did or didn't do as opposed to what South Charleston did or didn't do, and that's for another time. But Walton being able to have 29 points, he had a big game that night, and we expect him to have another big game. If you're Riverside, I think you're going to have to take some chances. You'd rather give up 2s than 3s. So at times, they may want to double in the post because, like you said, Walton's done a great job of finding open shooters that can spot up and knock down the 3. As we mentioned earlier, Beckley shoots 40% as a team from downtown. So it's kind of like pick your poison if you're the defending. It
is, but you got to cut the snake off at the head, and I think the head of the snake is Jalen Walton. I think you take your chances on really playing good team defense and closing out on the shooters. Once you force tough shots, make them don't give them just straight open looks. So it'll be up to Riverside to come up with the defensive formula.
And another key to the game is always anytime anybody plays Beckley, can you handle their pressure? And that'll be a big key for Riverside. Will they be able to deal with the way Beckley plays? Because Beckley wants this game. In fact, Beckley comes in averaging 71 a game. And Beckley can win games in the 50s because they showed that when they went on the road and beat Shady 58-55. But I think if you're Coach Ron Kidd, you'd rather have the game in the 70s.
Yeah, they want to get multiple possessions and really get double the shots as the opponent, and that's the key, though. And it's like you said, though, Beckley has found a way to win in the 50s. It used to be, it was hard for them to play that way, so they've adjusted with the times, but they still want to be that get out and run, even put pressure on you when you make a shot. They still get the ball out of the basket and try to put pressure on you defensively. So you got to be able to adjust to that.
Yeah, anytime you got a low post option like Walton, you don't mind playing the half-court game, and the game has to be in the 50s. And really, Eric, I think you would agree, for Riverside, and if they were to win this game, would be the biggest upset in regional play of this year. And I think for them to do that, they've got to keep this game in the 50s because, like you said, in the first game when you gave the scoring numbers, and as we take a look here, they have 3 players in double digits. You got Mullins coming in tonight at 17 a game, Brock at 16 a game, and Coles at 14. But after that, it just drops off to where no one else is scoring. So if you're Riverside, you've got to keep this game in the 50s.
Yeah, and those guys, to have a fighting chance. And what's funny what you said about that, if Mullins had 21, the next 2 combined for 9.
Right, so you're only looking in the 40s.
That's right.
So same way with their averages, 17, 16, and 14, that's not going to get it done against the Beckley team. All right, we're going to take a break, or at least I thought we'd be able to take a break. I see that our producer and director's got to make his way across the court, so I'm not sure we can actually take a break as Beckley went back into the locker room. Now they're back out on the floor, Riverside back in. We have a veteran crew of officials. And, Eric, this is a great time of year.
Yeah.
For a lot of teams, it's March Madness. And for the teams that don't win, as you say, it's March Sadness.
Yeah, it can turn into that. And you know what? We've already had a good day. We can tell our viewers we're paying attention. You and I watch a lot of women's college basketball,
Yes.
and I was able to tune in to the WVU girls today. They were down. Women's team was down 12 points, able to come back and win and get into the semifinals because they had a bye. And your Notre Dame Fighting Irish are trying to get to that ACC championship game and probably avenge. I think it's going to be a rematch of the team that they lost to a couple weeks back.
Well, that would be North Carolina State, but Notre Dame's in a fight right now. They've got a little under 4 minutes to go against Cal, and they're only up 6, a team they beat. And it just shows you they beat Cal like 92 to 40-some or 50-some. They beat them by at least 40, 45 points in the regular season, and now they're in a battle for them here tonight. But, of course, you'd have to go through a semifinal. If Notre Dame is fortunate enough to win, they got to beat either Duke or Louisville. All right, our producer and director, Heavy Hitters, made it back, and we'll be able to take a break, and we'll get you ready for this Region 3 Class 4A co-semifinal tipping at the top of the hour here on Video Productions.
National Bank, where you can purchase or refinance your home with the no down payment champion mortgage. No down payment, no private mortgage insurance, no kidding. Visit your local branch to get started today. City National Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender. To learn more, log on to mortgage.bankatcity.com.
The path to a rewarding, well-paying career is close to home. Discover what WVU Tech graduates already know. We're a small campus with big opportunities. With hands-on experience in high-demand programs like hospitality, forensic investigations, cybersecurity, engineering, and nursing, you'll be prepared to enter the workforce, solving West Virginia's most important problems. We know that you can change the world, and it starts here at home.
Take care of this by the end of the day.
Sure, I'll take care of that.
It's that easy with compliance. Compliance, we've got your back office.
Don't drop the ball. Come see your hometown legends at the all-new Greenbrier Ford in Beckley. We won't be beat.
Hey, Chris, are you snowed in too?
Nah, man, I'm staying nice and warm from the heat coming off all these deals at Dutch Miller. Beckley Auto Mall.
Oh. Good for you, man.
For limited time, get up to $10,500 off remaining 2024 GMC Sierra 1500 Denali's.
Hey, can I come over there?
Sure, man.
Oh, this is a lot warmer.
GMC, we are professional grade.
Massey Power Sports is your one-stop off-road and tractor destination. We have an awesome selection of side-by-sides, ATVs, dirt bikes, tractors, and kid machines. Our machines features the other brands don't have and will save you thousands of dollars versus the competition. Massey Power Sports offers the best prices, the best service, and the best warranties. Our locations in Beckley and Cross Lanes are here to serve you. Online at MasseyPowersports.com. Massey Power Sports. We power your work and your adventure.
Hey, my name is Justice, and a little thing I love
to the most mouth-watering showdown on television, the Hangry Games Ultimate Snack-Off, right here at your local Little General store. As the snacks fly and the deli slices, remember, dear viewers, every item they're using can be found at your nearest Little General store, where creativity meets convenience. Keep your appetites brave and your snacks ready.
Take a ride to the north side and get your big John deal at Mid-State Ford in Summersville. And here's the top 5 reasons to shop Mid-State Ford. You'll find the largest inventory, award-winning service, financing made easy for everyone, highest trade-in value. And the number 1 reason to shop Mid-State Ford is where you'll find your big John deal. Mid-State Ford in Summersville, MidStateFordWV.com.
Tonight's game is brought to you by Infinity Coat Company. They offer a no premium and no deductible health insurance with dental and vision coverage. They also offer a company-paid life insurance, prescription drug coverage, and a company-matching 401k plan. Also, the game is brought to you by Exit Elevation Realty. Luke Richmond, the broker. You can dial him up at 304-256-0101, or you can check him out at wvexitelevation.com. And last but certainly not least, Futuristic Bowling every Friday and Saturday night. And Eric, we should be done by in plenty of time, that if you want to go do Futuristic Bowling tonight, 10 o'clock to midnight, only $15 a person, and you can make your reservations by calling Leisure Lanes at 304-253-7328. Well, Jacob Blanati is the head coach, and you know, Eric, I noticed this the last time when Beckley and Riverside play. One of their assistant coaches is named Neil Brown. How about that? And you have the starting lineup for the Riverside Warriors.
Okay, Maris, they will go this way. They'll go with Dante Williams. They will go with Isaiah Coles. They will go with Aiden Cook and Josh Brock and Briar Mullins, who had a big game up here just a little over 2 weeks ago, will round out the starting 5 for Riverside.
Yeah, Mullins, he comes in, their leading scorer at 17 a game, Brock at 16 a game, and Coles at 14 a game. And then Williams, who did not play in that first game, he basically really doesn't have an average. And then they also have Cook, really doesn't have much of an average either. For Beckley, and you'll have to help me out because I see Zion Hawthorne is in sweats. He's not going to play, and I guess it will be. I didn't see, is Taylor Williams that going to be the starter?
No, it looks like Lucas Rainey.
Lucas Rainey. So it's going to be Walton. Walton comes in at 18 a game. You'll have Preston Clary at 11 a game, Kobe Dillon at 12 a game, A.J. Thomas at 4 a game, and as you mentioned, it looks like it will be Lucas Rainey. And, of course, once again, as always, Eric, I say Beckley's always late to the party. They're over there getting their final instructions, and we're just moments away from getting this Class 4A Region 3 Coast semifinal underway, as it'll be Dante Williams in the center circle for Riverside as they wear the black uniforms trimmed in purple, Beckley in their home whites. Elimination game, and we are ready to rock and roll.
Ready to rock and roll. Let's get the March Madness going.
Get the madness and the sadness, because with the madness, you get the sadness as well, because
exactly
because at the end, he's only going to have one champion in each class, and the opening tip is controlled by Beckley. So it looks like Riverside, Eric, immediately is going to come out and try to play man-to-man, not going to try to zone them. And like I said, in the ball game, Williams, he did not play as they go right to Walton with Williams on him. Williams did not play that first game as Rainey will dial up a 3 and hit from the far side.
And that was made off the assist from Walton. I mean, good decision making. And Rainey says, this is why I am inserted in the starting lineup.
Once again, we talked on top. Can you handle the pressure? Beckley gets a turnover, and they turn it over right back. And going hard to the basket, going fast and laying it up and in. That's a nice play that time by Brock.
And Josh Brock real quick, and turnover leading to points.
Nice pull-up left of the lane by Clary. Once again, this pressure, you can see Beckley looks like they've got a little extra pep in their step the way they start the game, and they're making Riverside play a little faster than Riverside would prefer.
Yeah, and you know what? Even Beckley turning the ball over, Riverside getting points, that really made speeding Riverside up, and that's what Beckley is trying to do.
Here's Coles into the lane. Has been their leading scorer and their top player is Mullins, and he, like I said, he got 21 in the first meeting back on February 15th. He thought about the three.
And you know what? You got to be tough, man, if you're named Breyer.
Yeah, there's a 3-ball knocked down by Coles. He's a 14-point scorer game and able to tie the game with that 3-ball.
And just like that, Isaiah Coles, we said he needed to be a lot better, and he didn't score in the first contest, and he was able to come in and knock down a 3.
Walton into the paint. He misses the first, but got his rebound, throws it out to Rainey, and Rainey dials it up from the other side for a splashdown of 3.
And you got to you love the selflessness right there, because coming in, averaging 18, but Walton just wants to win and hit the open
man is Riverside will take a timeout. They were having trouble getting the ball across the midcourt stripe. It's a 30-second timeout, so we'll keep it here. But, Eric, just 2 minutes into the game, and I think if you're a Beckley coach, Ron Kidd, even though you're up just 3, and I say just 3, you got to love the pace of the game, because I think the first 2 minutes, Beckley has really set the tempo of the game.
Yeah, and both teams coming out shooting the ball well from the floor, though. Yeah, you have to talk up Riverside, and Riverside knew coming into this game you need production by your top 3 double-figure scorers, and that was, I think, a big confidence boost by Isaiah Coles hitting that 3 straight, dead at the top of the key, straight ahead, and that'll give him confidence moving forward.
Yeah, I think if you're Riverside, you know what the situation is. You just want to play as hard as you can for as long as you can, and just try to go out there and attack, and just try to be, try to kind of keep the game close.
Yeah, exactly right. And what they have to do is, match each possession. You can't have many empty possessions, and definitely not any live ball turnovers that lead to easy layups the other way.
You're right. If you're Riverside, you cannot give Beckley easy baskets. Here's a 3 straight away, in and out, no good, as Walton climbs the ladder for the rebound, and that shot was put up by Brock. He had a good look. Back the other way is Clary. And here's Kobe Dillon with it. Clary on the drive. They find Rainey in a 3. That's his 3rd 3 of the ball game. Lucas Rainey is drilling the 3-ball.
Shooting it with confidence. Once you see one go in, Mares, you know how it is. That basket looks tremendously big, and just good shooting, and the defense is really forcing Riverside to play fast, and as they get across half court, they're trying to set up, but they're scrambling right now.
Yeah, 3 threes for Rainey and a 2 by Clary for Beckley's 11 points. Nice cut to the basket, off the glass, up and in by Josh Brock. That was a well-designed play. Here's the pass ahead to Walton in the post. He'll find the hot hand, 4 for 4, as Lucas Rainey dials it up, and Beckley up by a touchdown, 14-7.
Yeah, pretty soon. Lucas Rainey, next man up?
Riverside, a 3-ball back at you by Cook. It's raining 3s. But Coach Kidd chose Eric by inserting Rainey into the lineup, making him look like a genius. 4 out of 4 is Walton. Pivots down low and scores.
And Walton's first points, he had more assists than he did baskets. But, sooner or later, Beckley's going to have to get stops, and you know how Coach Ron Kidd is, as A.J. Thomas climbs the ladder for that. It's not all about the offense. It's all about getting some stops.
Yeah, and that time I think Riverside went a little too fast. Here's Rainey Kenny. Heat check, and that one he left short.
Oh, wow. I think this place the roof would have came off on this one if he knocked that one down.
Well, Eric, I can do the math. He shot 5 threes. He's made 4. That's 80% from behind the arc. Listen, when you're feeling it right, that was a real heat check.
Yeah, definitely. Not a bad shot, too.
No,
either.
Taking right in
the flow of the offense.
That's right. Not a bad shot. Riverside maybe run a little clock here, as there's hard for that step back 3. Good defenses. Now here's a 3 straight away, and it looks good, but it won't go down as Rainey clears the rebound. That was put up by Coles, and here's Kobe Dillon with it. Kobe Dillon on the drive, tacks the basket, off the glass, count if it goes, and he'll draw the foul and try to polish off a 3-point play. What a nice drive as we watch the replay by Kobe Dillon.
Yeah, and you know what? Once you get your shoulders even with the defender, man, Kobe Dillon does a great job of getting by and attacking and getting the little kiss off the glass right here by Dillon.
And Kobe Dillon will try to polish off a three-point play. I don't want to jinx him, but he is an excellent free throw shooter. I think he's too good to be jinxed from the line as he knocks that down with no problem. And Beckley's opened up a 9-point lead, which is their biggest lead of the ball game. There's a quick shot, and that won't go from Mullins, but an offensive rebound. Here's a three. That's short. Battle for the rebound. A.J. Thomas has it as that shot was put up by Cook. So Riverside had a couple looks, Eric, but couldn't knock it down. Walton in the post. Spins. Tacks the basket. Left it short. Battle for the rebound. Walton gets it back in traffic. Draws the foul and will get to the line.
Just playing like a man possessed underneath. And he does a good job of catching the ball, 8 to 10 feet away, facing up, swim through. Just good basketball right now.
The winner of this game will get South Charleston Tuesday night at the South Charleston Community Center. And then the winner of the game Tuesday is the first free throw is no good by Walton. The winner of the Tuesday games in Class 4A will punch their ticket to the Boys State Tournament, which will begin in Charleston on Tuesday the 18th. Walton's second free throw, he makes one of two, and that's kind of really what he's been doing, Eric, here these last game and some change, just 1 of 2 at the line. But Beckley has doubled them up. They've built their biggest lead of the game, up 10. And, Eric, a little under 3 minutes, and Beckley's already put 20 up. It's been a really good quarter for the Flying Eagles here in this first quarter of this Class 4 Region 3 co-semifinals. That shot's a little strong. That shot put up by Coles.
Yeah, and great beat A.J. Thomas off the bounce, but not able to get a look.
Kobe Dillon was too wide open. Is there such a thing as
Clary? I think so.
He was so wide open, and he hesitated.
Right.
Honestly, Eric, before he shot it, I knew he was going to miss it.
Yeah, because he should have just pulled the trigger.
Yeah, when you're a sharpshooter like Kobe Dillon, the minute you catch it, you let it go. And I think maybe he thought about it just a bit, and I could tell he was going to miss it before he shot it. All right.
But guess what? He won't miss too many of
No,
those.
he doesn't miss too many. Even with people out on him, he doesn't miss too many. As Coles has a hard time getting the ball up in the front court. There's a little floater right of the lane, and that shot is put up no good. We got a whistle, got a foul. That shot was put up by Brock.
They're going to get that on Clary, and correct call. Got his arm. Got ball, but got way more arm than he did ball.
So Brock will get to the free throw line. He comes in averaging
No, I think this is going to be Williams.
Oh, I beg your pardon. It is Williams. Brock's is the one who shot the initial shot.
Yeah, and he got the rebound. He got fouled.
I beg your pardon. Yes, right. So here's Williams. He didn't play in the first game as Beckley dips into its bench, and Taylor Williams into the game and Jaden Robinson into the game.
And I like this by Coach Kidd. I see that now. He's a little more comfortable with his depth. I mean, he built it, due to injury early on as Williams was able to miss the second one, but Riverside with the rebound.
Brock with good hustle. Here's Mullins on the drive, tacks the basket, up off the glass. A real difficult shot. That was good Beckley defense. And here's Beckley on the move. Kobe Dillon. Nice pass. Beautiful pass by Kobe Dillon, and Clary finishes at the rim.
Wow, that was a tough fall by Clary, but what a dime.
Yeah, beautiful
that was a
pass.
dime.
Mullins back the other way. It's short.
Clary climbing the ladder with the rebound, but what a pass, that last possession.
The way the pace, like I said, Beckley's controlled the pace from the opening tip, and it's just made it really difficult for Riverside to hang in there.
But they've also been crisp. Just the flow of the offense is good.
Walton muscling his way down low, turn around, little short shot. He left it short. That time I thought he forced it, and back the other way comes Riverside.
I think the initial pass out where he attempted to pass it out to Kobe Dillon was wide open.
That three is short. That's an air ball. That three was put up by Brock, and here comes Beckley.
You have numbers.
Yep, here's Kobe Dillon. He can spot up. Three on its way. That won't go, but Robinson with the rebound. Clary on the drive, throws the ball away. And that's when you're zigging, zagging. That's when you don't play a lot together.
Well, actually, that is on Jaden Robinson, and I think he'll notice. He was supposed to slide to the short corner.
Right. Right, and that's where they don't play. Where they don't play a lot together.
That's basketball. You got to slide. On the drive, you slide to the you got to get in the eyes of the passer.
Right, because a more experienced player like a Kobe Dillon would have known to go there.
But that's a teachable moment. He'll know to slide there because he could be coming to you. And as well as he shoots, he needs shots.
Yes. Javonte Wines has been inserted to the Beckley lineup, so Coach Kidd really substituting a lot here in this first quarter. It's a nice drive and take and a finish by Mullins, able to score.
Brian Mullins good off the bounce.
Yeah, very good. Mullins is the team's leading scorer at 17 a game. He got 21 in the first matchup against Beckley. Here's Clary. And find Wines. Wines will spot it up for three and hit.
See, Wines learned a lesson right there from Robinson, correct?
Correct. Get behind the three-point line. I'll get the ball, and I'll drain the three ball. Maybe last shot time here for Riverside coming up on 20 seconds left in the quarter.
If I would play it this way.
Yeah, you don't want to give Beckley another opportunity. Mullins in trouble. He's picked up his dribble. They find Brock. Final 10 seconds. They throw the ball back to Mullins. There's a little baseline shot, a new player into the ball game, and that new player was Slack. And here's a long shot, and it will come up short, and that's the end of the first quarter. At the end of one in this Class 4A Region 3 co-semifinal, it's Beckley 25, Riverside 13. Take a break, come right back here on Video Productions.
Hey, I'm Leanna Burnett with Window World of Beckley. Are you dealing with those cold winter drafts through your windows? Is it causing your energy bills to rise? If you answered yes, Window World can help. Instead of dealing with those old drafty windows another year, call Window World of Beckley today. Yes, we work all year. Our windows are Energy Star efficient and designed to resist extreme weather. Make the smart investment with our no interest for 15 months. Call Window World of Beckley today.
Don't drop the ball. Come see your hometown legends at the all-new Greenbrier Ford in Beckley. We won't be beat.
Hey, my name is Justice, and a little thing I love about Chick-fil-A nugget trays is that they're all unique. Every nugget you look at is its own different special little nugget. They're great for any occasion, but especially holidays. When you don't have enough time, when you need something quick, that flavor is always popping.
Tonight's game is brought to you in part by West Virginia Orthopedic and Trauma, Dr. John Tabbitt. Whether you're in a car accident or you've had a sports-related injury, Dr. Tabbitt and his staff will get you right back on your feet. They're located on Woodcrest Drive in Beckley. Also, the game is brought to you in part by Modley's Plumbing and Heating. You never know when you're going to need a plumber until you need a plumber, and Modley's is the one to call, 304-253-HELP. Well, Riverside Slack will put the ball in play as Riverside will have the first possession of the second quarter. Biggest lead of the game right here at 12 as we start quarter number 2.
Yeah, and a big possession, early in this contest, you have to come away with some points here, as Beckley will go back with the original starting 5. Man, that's pretty good when your big can switch to a guard.
Right, and he's out on a guard now, and there's a nice take to the basket, but a pass off that time by Coles, and they turn it over.
A.J. Thomas able to stay put, and I think that was an assist on the charge by the great defense of Walton, playing good man-to-man and forcing, the Riverside player to jump and pass it.
Yeah, the errant pass. So on the turnover, Beckley now has their first opportunity on offense here in the second quarter. Kobe dealing off the drive and a little miscommunication, and Beckley turns it over. A rare turnover among those experienced players as Williams will check back into the ball game for Riverside, and having a seat will be Slack. No, actually, Slack's going to inbound the ball. Thought he was going to run to the bench.
Yeah,
he was
I
just
thought
running
so
over there
well.
to put the ball in play. I beg your pardon.
But I thought that as well. It looked like he was running to take
looked like he
his
was
seat.
running to the bench, so I didn't realize. I mean, I knew that's where they
But
were
I
going to
heard
put the
the
ball in
buzzer
play.
as well,
Right, but I didn't know they were going to put it in play right there. It's actually the young man that came out of the ball game was Cook. So here's Coles with it. Mullins gets to the rim and lays it up and in. He's a good-looking player. I said that the last time.
Nice slash.
Really like his game. He's very good off the dribble. Walton beats everybody up the floor, and a beautiful pass, and Walton with a nice finish. Boy, when you're big, can run the floor like that, and Eric, you hear that all the time. If you're big, you run the floor, you're going to get the ball.
Get rewarded.
And Walton ran the floor. He was open. Beautiful pass for the finish.
And the thing is with Walton, he doesn't concede. He runs the floor. Whether he gets it or not is nice-looking three by Isaiah Coles.
Nice stroke there for the three ball. Here's Clary into the lane, and he'll draw the foul and get to the line.
Yeah, getting to the line for 2.
So Clary is right at a 75% free throw shooter.
Yeah, in the last 4 games, I think his offensive game has grown. Will you agree with that?
Yes.
Like, really attacking, being decisive, and more aggressive. And I think in any game left that they have to play, he is the X factor.
First free throw on its way is good. And that free throw gets the lead back to double digits for Beckley. Winner will draw South Charleston Tuesday night at South Charleston. George Washington, number 1 overall seed, as Clary makes them both. GW will await the winner of tonight's game between Oak Hill and St. Albans. GW will play them Tuesday night, and then the winners of the games on Tuesday will advance to the state tournament in Charleston. So Clary makes them both.
Well, that's good on-ball defense.
And there's a steal by Clary. He anticipated it, and he goes in, and he'll draw the foul. He attempted to go up and throw it down, and I'll tell you what, I like the foul by the young man by Brock. It's a tournament foul.
But I like the aggression going in, not conceding.
That's
both ways. I like it's a good, clean play.
It's yes.
Make him earn it.
That's right. You're not going to let him throw it down. You're going to foul him and make him throw it down from 15 from the free throw line, and he misses the first of 2. So it shows you that was a good foul.
Yeah, but I like the aggression by Clary going in. He's offensively, game is rounding out.
So Clary misses the front end, and he'll now shoot the second of the 2-shot opportunity. And he missed them both, so it went from a good foul
to a
great foul as it's out of bounds to Riverside. Is checking back into the Beckley lineup will be Robinson, and let's see who will come out. As Clary will have a seat now. I do believe it's Clary. Yes, it will be. So Beckley will dial up the full court pressure and make it really tough on Riverside as they throw it away. They throw it away. They got the ball to the big guy, Williams, and he was looking for a guard, and just not a very good pass, and he throws it backwards and throws it out of bounds. Of course, Beckley tonight playing without one of their starters, Zon Hawthorne. He's one of the team's 2 leading scorers at 18 a game, as Walton's the other leading scorer, and he misses inside. A close look, but A.J. Thomas throws it up off the glass, and it won't go. What a good look by Walton. It couldn't finish, and then Thomas on the putback couldn't finish. And back the other way is here is Riverside with it. Is here Slack. Shot in the lane, won't go. Walton with the rebound. Kobe Dillon with it now. And what do we got? Maybe an illegal screen.
Yeah,
I think that's what we got.
A.J. Thomas was clearing out. Good call as Jaden Robinson was receiving the pass.
So on the foul, that will be the second team foul. Riverside's got 1 team foul. 5.5 remaining until halftime. Beckley is led by as many as 12. The lead's 11 now. And here's Coles with it. Here's Brock on a drive to the rim, a little strong. And Kobe Dillon comes out of there with a loose ball. Pass ahead to Rainey. Rainey goes all the way and lays it up and in. Rainey's in double digits now. And what do we got? A timeout maybe? Or maybe a delay game warning. When the ball goes through the hoop, you got to let it go through the hoop. And we saw this.
It was on Rainey as well.
Yes, and we saw this in the Fairmont Shady game you and I did.
Resulted in a technical foul
if you do it another
and also,
again.
And they got their best player out of the game.
Yeah, no, it was because a technical foul is a personal foul,
yes.
right.
I do remember that.
Yeah, so with that bucket made, this is the largest lead of the game right now at the 5-minute mark of the first half. A 13-point lead. Nice backdoor cut. Brock to the rim. And a great job to alter the shot by Walton. There was a lot of contact there, but no whistle.
I thought that was a foul.
Yeah. And Kobe Dillon able to pick up that loose ball in the front court. Rainey will dial it up for 3. It won't go. Walton skies high for the offensive rebound into the lane.
What a pass.
Throws it back out. Kobe Dillon.
What a pass.
Right down to shoot. And a timeout for Riverside. Timeout on the floor. A full timeout. 4.5 to go till halftime. Beckley with their biggest lead, 34-18. We'll take a break and be right back here on Video Productions.
Welcome, folks, to the most mouth-watering showdown on television, the Hangry Games Ultimate Snack-Off. right here at your local Little General store. As the snacks fly and the deli slices, remember, dear viewers, every item they're using can be found at your nearest Little General store, where creativity meets convenience. Keep your appetites brave and your snacks ready.
Take a ride to the north side and get your big John deal at Midstate Ford in Summersville. And here's the top 5 reasons to shop Midstate Ford. You'll find the largest inventory, award-winning service, financing made easy for everyone, highest trade-in value. And the number 1 reason to shop Midstate Ford is where you'll find your big John deal. Midstate Ford in Summersville, MidstateFordWV.com.
Tonight's game is brought to you by Allstate. You're in good hands with Allstate, and you're in good hands with Lori Richmond as your agent. She's my agent, takes care of me, and will take care of you. Also, the ball game is brought to you by Cracker Barrel. Cracker Barrel, the old country store. Whether it's breakfast, lunch, or dinner, you want Cracker Barrel. All right, out of the timeout, Eric, 4.5 to go till halftime. Biggest lead of the game for Beckley's right here at 18.
Yeah, this 4-minute stretch right here is real crucial to get some Riverside to get some stops and get some points.
I said 18. I meant to say 16. It might be 18 now as Walton goes down and slam dunked. That was that crazy math. Now it is 18. And Beckley's doubled them up. Coming up on the halfway point of quarter number 2. Here's a 15-footer from the left elbow. Is good. Good-looking shot by Coles.
And Beckley gambled defensively right there. It's like, and turns the ball
turns
right
it over. Mullins in the near corner for 3. It's short. Rainey comes up with the rebound. That last bucket by Cole stopped the 7-0 Beckley run. Here's Robinson, had it. The ball was knocked out of his hands. And Coach Ron Kidd wants a 30-second timeout. He was very unhappy over something, as Beckley has a 16-point lead with 3.5 to go. While we've got a 30-second timeout, I want to let you know that the ball game tonight is brought to you in part by Infinity Co. Company. Infinity Co. offers no premium, no deductible health insurance with dental and vision coverage. They also offer a company-paid life insurance, prescription drug coverage, and a company-matching 401k plan. Also, the game brought to you in part by Exit Elevation Realty, Luke Richmond, the broker, 304-256-0101, and by Leisure Lanes, Johnstown Road in Beckley, where every Friday and Saturday night they have futuristic bowling, $15 a person. You can dial up Leisure Lanes to reserve your lane at 304-253-7328. Well, Eric, 3:35 remaining until halftime. Beckley is up 16. They've led by as many as 18. And Coach Kidd saw something out there that he did not like.
Yeah, I think he was wanting Kobe Dillon to really come in and get the basketball at the top, near the top of the key, because I think the offense was really not running as smoothly as he thought it should be.
They go down low to Walton. Walton backs in, whips a pass across the defense to Clary. Clary finds A.J. Thomas cutting to the basket. The shot's a little strong off the glass. Beckley may have gotten away with the fouls. They throw the ball out to Kobe Dillon. He left it short. Clary with the offensive rebound, and he'll draw the foul. But I thought on that rebound, Riverside coming out of it, I thought what caused Beckley to keep possession, I thought there was a foul up underneath. But this is a good crew, and they do a good job as Clary will get back to the line.
Yeah, where he is 2 of 2, and if you can remember, his last 2 misses was after he went aggressively to the hole, maybe trying to dunk, was fouled, and missed those ensuing free throws.
And he rattles the first one in, and kind of actually not really rattled, I guess really rolled it in. Rattle and roll. I think this is more of a roll than a rattle on that made free throw. Clary ready. Second free throw on its way, and he got that one as well. So this equals the largest lead at 18 here, coming up on the 3-minute mark of the first half. Coles gets around 2 screens, tries to attack the basket, whips a pass over to Brock. He'll dial it up. The 3 is short. Clary with the rebound. You know, Riverside got what they wanted, got a good look. They're just not able to knock down the shot. Rainey on the drive into the lane.
Good quick hands and recovering by Riverside defensively there.
And find Walton on the baseline, attacks the basket, then finds Lucas Rainey in the corner. The 3 is short. A long rebound comes out to Riverside. Here's Riverside slack on the move. He turns it over. Back the other way is Walton, and he goes up, and he's met at the rim, but there's a foul. Slack might be slightly injured back here behind the play. But a nice pass as Walton attacks the rim, and he's met at the rim, but nevertheless it's a foul.
Yeah, this is the first initial miss from Rainey. Yeah, and then I don't know how incidental, the feet got tangled.
Yep.
They usually whistle at a foul, and here on the other end and I like Dante Williams not giving up another flush.
That's right.
By
Walton. That's twice. Riverside has contested Beckley at the front of the rim as Walton. Free throws nowhere close. As Taylor Williams will check in and Lucas Rainey will have a seat. Once again, the winner of this game will take on South Charleston at the South Charleston Community Center on Tuesday night. That's a 7 o'clock tip for the loser. And we talk about March Madness. The loser will have March Sadness as the second free throw is good by Walton. He makes one of two, and this 19-point lead is the biggest lead of the game here with 2:20 remaining in the first half.
Well, 14 fouls to 1. Look for the whistle to maybe go the other way right now if you're too aggressive if you're Beckley here.
There's Brock with it, finds Mullins on a cut. There's a foul right there, and you had to call that. And
yeah, you had to.
I mean, that was a trip as Mullins was cutting through. Beckley led 25-13 at the end of the quarter, and they've outscored them 14-7 here in the second quarter up to now. As Slack will put the ball in play and get the ball to Coles. But I'm with you, Eric. I think if this team stays together, I think in time, they talking about Riverside,
yes,
there's a lot of growth here, a lot of young, good players. It's Coles' nice pass down and trying to leave it for Williams and end up turning it over. But actually, it's a good play, but better defense.
I think he actually should have tried to shoot a layup there. There was too much congestion in there to make that pass. It would have been a difficult find.
So Beckley with possession of the ball, up 19, their biggest lead of the game. They work the ball around. They get the ball down low to Walton. Walton attacks, lays it up and in. Yeah, it's just a total mismatch. And like I said, we saw this in the first game, and we've seen this against many opponents. Nobody just doesn't have the matchup to deal with Walton in the post. And that's one thing South Charleston does have because of the length and the size that they have.
Well, South Charleston has the blueprint.
Whoa, here's A.J. Thomas. I thought he was going to end up in your lap.
Yeah.
I thought from one Thomas to another, here's A.J. going to land in Eric Thomas's lap.
Good hustle. But you're right, though. Let's referring back to South Charleston.
Yeah.
They know they have the blueprint. They have the players and the size and match up very well.
And, you got to think that home court matters a little bit, but when you get down to one game, anybody can win it. But South Charleston, I think, we'd have a slight edge because they're playing at home. Just like I think if even though South Charleston has beaten Beckley here, if the game was here in Beckley, I think Beckley might have a slight edge.
Yeah, and the thing is, though, you got to perform once they throw it up.
That's right.
But it's going to be, if Beckley's able to hold on here, it will be a good matchup.
Here's a three ball in and out. Heartbreak as Slack put that in. That ball was halfway down. They find Clary. Clary catches it and lays it up and in.
And Clary gets into double figures.
And Beckley currently on a 7-0 run to open up the biggest lead of the game right here. Final 45 seconds of the half. Brock off the dribble. Nowhere to go. And, Mullins really hadn't got going offensively, not like he did in that first game.
I was just thinking that he has 4 points and on 2 nice drives, but never really, as Beckley was able to great Gage Burdett get a steal.
Burdett comes up with the steal. Clary dials up a three. Good! A splashdown from Preston Clary. And Beckley's currently on a 10-0 run. And I think that might have been a big left hook right there at the end of the half.
Yeah, that's tough.
Mullins nowhere to go. They're going to have to get the shot off. Final 3 seconds. They're going to have to get the shot off. Brock will take it and hit right ahead of the buzzer. So Riverside will take a little momentum into the locker room with them, but that was a tough sailing in that second quarter as Riverside scores only 10 points in the second quarter, and at the break, Beckley has doubled them up. It's Beckley 46, Riverside 23. We'll take a break and come back and have the Massey Power Sports halftime show coming up next here on Video Productions.
City National Bank, where you can purchase or refinance your home with the no down payment champion mortgage. No down payment, no private mortgage insurance, no kidding. Visit your local branch to get started today. City National Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender. To learn more, log on to mortgage.bankatcity.com.
Compliance helped me lose 50 pounds by freeing up tasks like payroll, HR, and bookkeeping. I'm now free to do what I want.
With compliance, you can do what you want to do. Compliance, we've got your back office.
Take a ride to the north side and get your big John deal at Mid-State Ford in Summersville. And here's the top 5 reasons to shop Mid-State Ford. You'll find the largest inventory, award-winning service, financing made easy for everyone, highest trade-in value. And the number 1 reason to shop Mid-State Ford is where you'll find your big John deal. Mid-State Ford in Summersville, MidStateFordWV.com.
And we welcome you back to the Raleigh County Convention Center here in the Massey Power Sports Halftime Show. Beckley has doubled up Riverside. They lead 46-23. Beckley scored the first 3. Then the game was tied at 5. And then from that point on, Beckley really took control as they opened up a 12-point lead at the end of the quarter, 25-13. And then they expanded that lead to what is 46-23. So they really doubled them up from the first quarter to the second quarter. And like I said, they lead 46-23. Beckley, a really good second quarter on both ends of the floor, and we'll get into the numbers in the next segment. But this is the elimination game. This is Region 3, Class 4A co-semifinal. The winner of this game will take on South Charleston Tuesday in what would be another elimination game, and then the winner of that game Tuesday would punch their ticket to the state tournament. So right now, Beckley is halfway and maybe well on their way to taking on South Charleston on Tuesday, but we'll see what transpires in the second half. We'll take a break. When we come back, we'll go inside the numbers with Eric, and he'll give you the numbers of the first half as Beckley is in front, 46-23. We'll be right back here on Video Productions.
Sports is your one-stop off-road and tractor destination. We have an awesome selection of side-by-sides, ATVs, dirt bikes, tractors, and kid machines. Our machines come loaded with features the other brands don't have and will save you thousands of dollars versus the competition. Massey Power Sports offers the best prices, the best service, and the best warranties. Our locations in Beckley and Cross Lanes are here to serve you. Online at MasseyPowersports.com. Massey Power Sports. We power your work and your adventure.
Unlock the money already in your home at City National Bank. Consolidate loans or fund your next big project with a home equity line of credit with a great low intro rate. Visit your local branch to get started. City National Bank, member FDIC, an equal housing lender. Learn more at homeequity.bankatcity.com.
It's fourth down, seconds on the clock. He hands it off, finds a hole in the middle. Clear, nothing but incredible. A touchdown for the win. I can't believe it.
Pizza, better with Pepsi.
The path to a rewarding, well-paying career is close to home. Discover what WVU Tech graduates already know. We're a small campus with big opportunities. With hands-on experience in high-demand programs like hospitality, forensic investigations, cybersecurity, engineering, and nursing, you'll be prepared to enter the workforce, solving West Virginia's most important problems. We know that you can change the world, and it starts here at home.
Hey, Chris, are you snowed in too?
Nah, man, I'm staying nice and warm from the heat coming off all these deals at Dutch Miller's Beckley Auto Mall.
Oh, Good for you, man.
For limited time, get up to $10,500 off remaining 2024 GMC Sierra 1500 Denali's.
Hey, can I come over there?
Sure, man.
Oh, this is a lot warmer.
GMC, we are professional grade.
And we welcome you back into the Raleigh County Convention Center. With Eric Thomas, I'm Maris Lowry, the heavy hitter, Mr. Nick Eskins, producing and directing. Camera ball on camera. And at the break, Beckley up in a big way. They lead 46-23 in this elimination game in this Class 4A Region 3 Coast semifinal. We're going to go inside the numbers of the first half. And inside the numbers brought to you by Pepsi of Southern West Virginia. I need me a blue can of Pepsi right about now, and I'm going to open this blue can of Pepsi while Eric gives you the numbers of the first half.
Okay, Maris, the numbers for Riverside are 17, 16, and 14. Briar Mullins came in the game averaging 17. Josh Brock 16 and Isaiah Coles at 14. Well, Briar Mullins has 4 points here at halftime, has one 2-point bucket in the first quarter and one in the second quarter. He needs to get going in the second half for Riverside to dig out of this hole. Josh Brock has 7, and Isaiah Coles, who didn't score a point in the last meeting with Beckley, is keeping Riverside in it with 8. But that is the gist of the scoring. I mean, Aiden Cook was able to hit 1 3, and Dante Williams got to the free throw line to shoot 2 and only made 1 to round out the scoring for Riverside of their 23 points. For Beckley, the story in the first half to me is for number 12, and that's Lucas Rainey. He really came out and set the tone as he was able to knock down 4 or 5 first quarter three-pointers that he shot. He leads the way with 14 points. And Preston Clary has 11 as he was able to get to the free throw line 6 times and cash in on 3. And Jalen Walton as just his steady self. He has 10 points, but several assists on the three-point shots that have been made. And Kobe Dillon rounds out the scoring with 6 points in the first half as Beckley was able to knock down 6 three-pointers in that first half.
Yeah, they shot it well from behind the arc, and we got an update on the other game in our market. It also this is Class AAA, a Region 3 Coast semifinal, and Shady at home, where they've been so well at home. They are up on Sissonville, who Sissonville, I think, is the 9th seed. They upset Nicholas County to get in this game, and Shady's up by 4 at the break over at Shady High School. Shady leads that 29-25. So we'll keep you up to date with that one, and that's also on Video Productions as well. We'll take one final break, come back and get you ready for the second half. Beckley up 46-23, and we'll be right back here on Video Productions.
Doesn't wait, so neither should your care. Whether it's a cough, fever, or stomach bug, Access Plus is here for those urgent moments.
From bumps and bruises to stitches and even x-rays, we've got you covered with extended hours and walk-in care for the whole family.
You do not have to be an Access Health patient to be seen. No appointments, no hassle, just quality care when you need it. Access Health, where care meets community.
Take care of this by the end of the day.
Sure, I'll take care of that.
Done. It's that easy with compliance. Compliance, we've got your back office.
Don't drop the ball. Come see your hometown legends at the all-new Greenbrier Ford in Beckley. We won't be beat.
The most mouth-watering showdown on television. The Hangry Games Ultimate Snack-Off. Right here at your local Little General store. Keep your appetites brave and your snacks ready.
Massey Power Sports is your one-stop off-road and tractor destination. We have an awesome selection of side-by-sides, ATVs, dirt bikes, tractors, and kid machines. Our machines come loaded with features the other brands don't have and will save you thousands of dollars versus the competition. Massey Power Sports offers the best prices, the best service, and the best warranties. Our locations in Beckley and Cross Lanes are here to serve you. Online at MasseyPowersports.com. Massey Power Sports. We power your work and your adventure.
Take a ride to the north side and get your big John deal at Mid-State Ford in Summersville. And here's the top 5 reasons to shop
Ready to start the second half. Glad you're with us here on Video Productions. Maris Lowry, Eric Thomas, heavy hitter Mr. Nick Eskins, producing and directing. Beckley will have the first opportunity, Eric, as they had an excellent first half, making 6 threes. Will it be 7? It will not, as Clary had a good look.
A good-looking play right out of halftime, just couldn't execute making the shot, but good-looking play.
Brock dials up a 3. You know, he missed that, and he's had some good looks, just not able to knock them down.
Yeah, just not able to knock it down.
Rainey, and he started off really hot. He made his first 4. He's missed his last 4, right?
Last 4.
So, you know, from that 80% shooting at one point, 100% when he was 4 of 4 was 4 or 5. I said he was at 80 as that shot's missed. And
that means he's due to make his next one.
Clary open, and he can't knock it down, but Walton with the tip. And, you know, that's one thing I think that Beckley players have the green light, and that was a good shot by Clary. He missed it, but you feel confident that you have Walton that can clean up your miss.
Yeah, he clean up a lot of messes right there.
But here's a guy, Mullins, with the ball for Riverside. They really got to get him going. He had a big game the last time. He's averaging 17 and only got 4 as Rainey gets a steal and then a foul.
Yeah, I think that was actually a good foul by Cook.
Yeah.
Be a second, because that was going to be an easy run-out layup for Clary or Walton.
He's going to be off to the races. And the one thing, Eric, now with this big lead of 25, we saw this the other night in the last regular season game against Bluefield. Coach Kidd now can start thinking about Tuesday and maybe start getting some other guys some minutes, because you want to be able to have your reserves as Kobe Dillon launches a 3 and it won't go. So after Beckley made 6 threes in the first half, they've here in the first minute and a half of the second half, they've yet to knock one down, and they've had a couple of good looks.
Yeah, missed 3 and 3, you know, rattles out, but got to keep shooting them.
That's right. Brock for 3 and it won't go. Just like him, the only way to get out of a shooting slump is continue to shoot. Nice pass by Kobe Dillon. I think Rainey might have got away with the travel, but nevertheless, it'll stay with Beckley. I thought that he didn't put the ball on the deck. He just caught it and kind of ran with it, but it'll be Beckley's ball under their own basket.
Good recovery defense nonetheless by Riverside.
Yeah, and these are veteran officials. I'm not a referee, don't try to be, but Walton to the rim, lays it up and in, just no match. And Williams is really doing all he can, but he's given up size, he's given up weight, and he just cannot handle, as most teams can't handle Walton in that post. There's a foul on A.J. Walton. A.J. Thomas. You've got to call that because he was there late.
He was just a tad late.
Yeah.
His defensive back skills need to be a little better.
Yeah,
right
I was thinking Walton. I knew it was Thomas. You know how to. You know, as many games as we do, Eric. You know, sometimes all these names
they just run together.
They all run together. As all the games run together. All right.
But defensively, though, this is coming up on 3 minutes without a point.
Yep, it's a nice block by Walton as he meets Brock at the rim.
For Riverside, that is.
Yes. And Clary knocks down a 3.
14 points for Clary.
So Beckley starts the second half on a 7-0 run, and they take the lead out to 30. But Riverside, you know, they've got some good looks here. They've just had a hard time putting the ball in the basket. As Kobe Dillon has no problem knocking down a 3 and a timeout for Riverside. Game really getting away from Riverside now. A full timeout with 5:03 left in the third. Beckley up 56-23. As we go to break, we'll watch this last 3 ball by Kobe Dillon, and you're watching live streaming coverage of this co-regional elimination game here on Video Productions.
It's fourth down, seconds on the clock. He hands it off, finds a hole in the middle. Clear, nothing but incredible. A touchdown for the win. I can't believe it.
Pizza, better with Pepsi.
Compliance helped me lose 50 pounds by freeing up tasks like payroll, HR, and bookkeeping. I'm now free to do what I want.
With compliance, you can do what you want to do. Compliance, we've got your back office.
Here we grow again. Pioneer Community Bank is proud to offer a network of banks right here in our communities. By offering you more locations, Pioneer continues to meet all your banking needs where you are. Please stop by our New Harper Road location. We are truly investing in Southern West Virginia. Pioneer Community Bank. Friendly service, great products. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
We welcome you back to Beckley. Maris Larry, Eric Thomas. We'll update you on some other games going on around the state tonight as This is the first night of the postseason for the boys. The girls' state tournament is already set. It'll begin on Tuesday in Charleston. And of course, Video Productions will, from Tuesday to Friday, will produce that on the National High School Federation Network. Here's a three dialed up, good, and that three ball is by Coles, and that's the first points of the second half for Riverside. And Eric, that was more than 3 minutes, 3.5 minutes to be exact. And get the ball down low, Walton, and Walton puts the short shot up and in, just muscled it up and in.
16 points for Walton.
He scored 29 in the first meeting back on the 15th of February. Beckley won that game by 40. And won that 88-48. Mullins just has not been able to get untracked as he had a good look and couldn't knock it down for Riverside. Here's Kobe Dillon attacking the basket. A.J. Thomas. Kobe Dillon will dial it up for three. It's too strong. And the rebound is Coles. And here's Cook. Now there's a new player into the ball game for Riverside, and that's Booker. And he left that three ball short. A.J. Thomas into the lane, finds Rainey. He spots up three. It's short. And
good rebound
by Williams yes.
that time.
So here's Booker with the ball now. And we got an offensive foul as A.J. Thomas takes the charge. So, Eric, as you and I look to our left, we see the brain trust of the men's basketball team at WVU Tech. Coach Wilmer and assistant coach
Akert.
Corey Akert.
Corey Akert. They trying to get some scouting going right now.
Yeah, I was watching who was coming in. That's why I was a little hesitant with that. But anyway, what a pleasure it was to be able to cover Tech for both the men and the women as Clary comes out. Robinson checks in for Beckley.
And you're talking about two young, good coaches for WVU Tech. Their basketball team's in good hands.
It is, as Taylor Williams will check in and A.J. Thomas will come out. Not really sure what the delay was or something. Maybe there's blood on A.J. Thomas's jersey. Maybe that's why he had to come out. I'm not really sure. Whatever it is, they got it worked out because he's over there looking at his jersey. Or maybe string. Something's not right with the uniform. Is that shot's put up by Lucas Rainey, and Walton clears the rebound, puts the shot up, no good. Taylor Williams back up, no good. Tipped around, ball's loose, and Riverside comes out of there with it with Coles. Nice pass. Mullins attacks the basket, lays it up and in.
Good transition basket. Mullins finally getting loose here in the third quarter.
And now we got a foul. We got a double foul. And that's something we don't see often, but a lot of contact on the block, and Rainey was one of the guilty parties. He is the guilty party for Beckley, and let's see who the guilty party is for Riverside. As Clary will check back into the Beckley lineup.
Yeah, I didn't actually see what happened. It was whistled so quick.
I didn't either. Maybe we could get the replay, maybe not. But Clary's out of the game. And they didn't put
Rainey's out of the game.
Rainey's out of the game. I beg your pardon, Clary in. But they didn't. I was like, they didn't put the numbers down on the board as Walton into the post, and they turn him over. He was getting doubled and triple teamed, and they call a travel and a turnover. And we watched replay that last play. I couldn't see it away from the ball. Nevertheless, here is Riverside with it. You know, at least in the last game, there's Booker dialing it up, and it needs a roll, won't get it. Robinson clears. You know, Riverside here, Eric, with 2:15 left in the third, they have 28. They at least got 48 in the first game, but they've had a tough sled on the offensive end as Walton in the post.
Been good team defense, too, by Beckley.
Shady's opened up a 7-point lead with 5.5 to go in the third quarter. They lead Sissonville 35-28. That's also on the airways of video production. Walton spins in, tacks the rim, and it couldn't go. They battle for the rebound, and somehow it ends in Walton's hands, and he finishes it with a layup.
Well, Preston Clary kept that ball alive as Walton was able to get his 18th point.
Mullins on the drive, throws the ball back out to Booker. Booker into the lane, little floater, it won't go.
Booker's had some good looks here in the third, just not able to capitalize.
There's a shot, needs a row. It won't go. It's kind of night it's meant for Riverside as Cole has had a good look, and the ball just danced all over the iron, but it wouldn't go down for him. Robinson spots up 3. It's too short, and here's Mullins with it. Mullins goes in, and he scores. I wasn't sure he was going to make it. I thought he might have taken off too soon before he got to the rim, but Mullins able to get to the basket and lay it in.
And that's his 8th point.
Coming up on the final minute of the third quarter. Beautiful pass by Kobe Dillon. Walton finishes off the glass. Walton, once again, another big game.
20 points.
Here's a 3 by Mullins. It won't go. And and I'm sure he's got double figures in rebounds.
Easy.
So another monstrous game for Jalen Walton.
I don't have a vote, but
Robinson
it'd be hard for him not to make any All-State team.
Yeah. Mullins back the other way, spins into traffic. Coles with 3, a good-looking shot, and he knocks it down.
Good-looking young player.
Isaiah Coles came in averaging 14 a game.
And that's his 14th point.
So he's right on his average. Robinson off the dribble, attacks the baseline. Guess what? Finds Walton. If you throw the ball down low to Walton more times than not, Eric, you know you're going to get an assist. Final 9 seconds of the third. Last shot time. And Booker did not take – he should have shot that. He didn't know the clock, and he throws the ball away.
12 points in the quarter for Walton.
So it'll be Wines and Burdett check in the final 3.6. Beckley comfortably in front. And looks like Tuesday night. And I know we still got another quarter to go, but you wouldn't – I mean, reasonably, Riverside playing hard, but they just don't look like they're going to be able to come back. As Clary will put the shot up, and he'll get fouled ahead of the buzzer. There'll be 3 shots.
Call a foul. And that's just a young team right there, because it was clearly a foul.
Well, and that's a tough shot. There's no way he would make that. You're right.
That's the correct call.
So we'll keep it here before the quarter will end.
I will tell you this. This is the toughest thing to do, and a lot of people don't realize it. It's tough to shoot 3 free throws with nobody in the lane when you're used to.
Right, we're used to having people in the lane. And Clary's free throw is good. So since you said that, Preston Clary will probably make all 3. He makes the first of 3. But you're right, this is one of the more difficult things to do. The second free throw is good.
Nice rotation and release.
And can he go 3 for 3 to close out the third quarter? Free throw on its way, and he does just that. So at the end of 3, Beckley's doubled them up. It's Beckley 66 and Riverside 33. Back with the fourth quarter up next here on Video Productions.
Doesn't wait, so neither should your care. Whether it's a cough, fever, or stomach bug, Access Plus is here for those urgent moments.
From bumps and bruises to stitches and even x-rays, we've got you covered with extended hours and walk-in care for the whole family.
You do not have to be an Access Health patient to be seen. No appointments, no hassle, just quality care when you need it.
Access Health, where care meets community.
Every bite better with Pepsi.
Tonight's game is brought to you by West Virginia Orthopedic and Trauma, Dr. John Tabbitt. Whether you've had a car accident or you've had a sports-related injury, Dr. Tabbitt and his staff will get you right back on your feet. All right, going to the fourth quarter, Riverside will have the ball. Eric, you have a couple of score updates of other tournament games going on tonight.
Yeah, and right now, Bluefield, the team that Beckley played in their last regular season game, is on the road at James Monroe, who I think was a 3 seed. So this is a 6 versus a 3. And right now, Bluefield is up 37-15.
And Shady is on Video Productions. They're across the county. They're playing Sissonville. They're up 44-35 with about 3 minutes left in the third quarter. We start the fourth quarter here. Did I miss a point, Eric? They have Beckley with 67. I may have missed a point. I did miss a point because Clary made all three. I beg your pardon. So it is 67-33. That's my mistake, as that shot is up and in, and that shot is put up by Slack. So that is the correct score, 67-35. That was my mistake, and no harm, no foul. Here's Burdett with it. Beckley running a little weave here, trying to get somebody free. Wines will dial it up for three and hit.
That's his second one of the contest.
Yes, a 3-ball. Now they've doubled them up, 35-point advantage. As here's Coles with it. From the baseline, the shot is short as Williams clears the rebound. As Cole's had a good look. Like I said, he's had a lot of good looks tonight, Eric. Just not been able to put the ball in the basket.
Just one of those nights for him.
Robinson going to the basket. The ball's knocked out of his hands. It'll stay with Beckley.
Kingston Clark inserted in the game. Preston Clary's probably seen his last minutes of the night.
Yeah, you would think, Eric, with this lead of 35 with 6.5 to go, if you're Coach Kidd, you would hope you wouldn't have to put any of your regulars back in the game.
Yeah, get you guys some work here. And
because you're going to have 2 days of practice. Tomorrow and Mondays, Beckley turns it over on the inbounds pass. So you're going to have tomorrow to practice. You have Monday to practice and maybe a little skull session before you go down to South Charleston. You have turnover before Beckley will go down to South Charleston. And, you know, over the years, Eric, as you well know, from calling games or going as a spectator, be the same way. For Beckley, the South Charleston Community Center has been a house of horror over the last 35 years for Beckley teams. Yes, Beckley's won in there, but it's been far and few apart.
Yeah, I can remember way more L's than I can W's, that's for sure.
And that's because South Charleston is well coached and they got a good team. And
great coach.
Yeah.
I mean, they really turned it around, you know. I won't say turned around. They're just, that's off of the leg. Riverside's leg.
Yep, good hustle as Burdett. That's a hustle play. And that's one that don't show up.
Wow, they're going to leave that with Riverside.
But I'm with you. I thought that the ball went off the leg of Coles.
I thought it actually did. Gage Burdett knocked the ball. Can't see it from that angle, though.
Yeah. But I'm with you on that. I thought so, too. But Riverside will inbound. They find Mullins in the corner. A deep three on its way. Good. Good-looking stroke. As Mullins dials up a three right down the chute.
And Mullins gets into double figures with 11 finally.
Yep. Beckley turns it over.
10 points less than what he had up here.
Back in February, yep. But you look at this Riverside roster, and you're right, Eric. They've got a lot of young pieces. In fact, I'm looking down here. They got 2 seniors. One plays and one hadn't played tonight. So it's a very young team. As there's Mullins puts the shot up, and he'll draw the foul and get to the line. The foul will go against Burdett.
So, I don't think the fans agreed with that one.
No.
As we look here, let's see. We'll let the replay.
And the free throw's good. Eric, I think it's one of those calls, if they called a charge, it'd be correct. If they called a block, it'd be correct.
I think it was a charge, but also I think they called the foul on the wrong Woodrow guy because I think Wines fouled him on the shot as he was able to knock down both.
So it's a 70-40 Beckley lead as they turn it over, and Mullins ahead of the pack, tacks the basket, puts it up. He doesn't get it to go, but to draw the foul. And that foul's on Wines. And, you know, that's really a good play by Wines because you don't want to give up a layup. I don't care even they are up 30. You never want to give up a layup at any time, especially tournament time.
Yeah.
So, you know, you don't think anything about committing a foul. Just make sure they don't make the basket if you're going to foul.
Yeah, make him earn it at the free throw line where he's 2 of 2.
Mullins' free throw's good. So something positive here for Riverside. They have scored the last 6 points. Second free throw on its way is good. Scored the last 7 points of the game. 5.5 remaining here in the fourth quarter. Here's Burdett, finds Williams. 17-footer straight away, in and out. Good-looking shot, just wouldn't stay down.
Hard break.
Slack will dial up a three. It's short, grazes the rim, and Williams clears the rebound for Beckley. So you think here with 5 minutes to go and up 70-42, no question, Beckley, there could have been a foul right there. A lot of contact, no whistle. You think Beckley will get this win, and this will be 8 in a row going into that game at South Charleston as Burdett dials up a three. So, Eric, what have they made now? What, 9 threes? Back the other way is a Beckley foul.
It's going to be on Taylor Williams. It'll be on the floor or on the shot.
I think it'll be getting to the line, but check and see how many threes. I think it's probably at least 9. They had 6 at halftime.
10.
So you look at that, Eric. That's a 30 as the free throw is up and in by Josh Brock as Gunner checks into the Beckley lineup. So you look at it like this. Out of Beckley's 73 points, 30 points.
9 of them. There's 9.
Oh, 9?
9 threes.
9. That's still 27.
Yep.
As the second free throw is good. He made them both. Did Josh Brock.
And Brock's first point since the first half.
Yeah, like I said, he's had some good looks. He's just not able to knock the ball down. As Wines will dial up a 3 at short. Battle for the rebound inside. Robinson will dial up a 3. That won't go. And Riverside comes out of there with it, and that is Cook with the rebound. Mullins spots up inside the 3 and knocks it down. Good-looking player, like I said, by Mullins, and a lot of his points have come here as of late. And a steal, and the putback shot won't go. Shouldn't Riverside have 46?
Yes, they should.
They should, as
Kingston Clark.
Clark lays it in. That's 75-46. I don't think that score is right. We'll let the officials know. And there's a turnover, and I'll grab the official. But don't your running book have 46?
Yes.
Jay. Okay.
They just changed it.
They just did it. Okay. I know. I'm doing good. Yeah. See, as soon as I tell the referee, then they do it, right? As there's a steal. And going in for the layup is good. That is slack. But, you know, the whole time, Eric, as you know as well as I do, it was on 44 for the longest time. And then as soon as we told the official, they put it up there as Gunner into the lane will draw the foul and get to the line.
And now they put it to 50.
Yeah, that's wrong.
It's 48.
It's 48. The score's wrong. They have 48. They have 48. They don't have 50. So it's 75-48 as the free throw by Gunner is good.
Owen Gunner.
And I'm not sure what's going on with the scores table. It should be 76-48 is the right score. Okay, because they had 46 and they went 46-50. I see you looking at me, J-Dub. Eric, you keep a running total in the book. I keep a running total. The official score says they have 50. I guess that's an imaginary 2 points. I don't guess it matters one way or the other. As the second free throw is good. It should be 77-48. They've got 77-50. They haven't added the 77th point, right? Should be 77, correct?
Yes.
So I don't think that score is right.
Okay, so 33 at the end of the quarter, correct? Correct?
Yeah.
Okay, 33, 36, 38, 40, 42, 44, 46, 48.
Yeah, and they got 77-50. It should be 77-48. But nevertheless, we got 3:24 left in the game. You keep the book and a running score. It totals up to 48. I keep a running total. It totals up to 48, but we're not official as Beckley turns it over. And Brock will attack the rim and lay it up and in.
Well, coach's staff's not going to be pleased with this last
Gotten a little sloppy, hadn't it?
Yeah, turnovers.
77-52, 3-minute mark. And there's clearly a foul as Burdett gets hammered by Slack. And, I mean, that was a hard foul.
That was a playground foul.
Yeah. In my playground, that wouldn't start a fight, but you get a look. And you had to get fouled a lot harder than that to start a fight.
I was thinking that, though. That was
in my neighborhood. But you'd get a little bit of a look, wouldn't you? Or you knew that was going to happen to you back on the other end as Burdett makes the first of 2. 78-52. Burdett ready. Second free throw on its way, and he's good. He got them both. Clock took a while for it to start to run as we're under 3 minutes. And that's a turnover. Yep, that's a turnover.
Passed it to himself.
Yep, and that's Olish, Cameron Olish. He's one of the seniors. I beg your pardon.
Yes.
Yeah, senior. All right, 2:55 for this one, and it'll be Beckley and South Charleston. And, Eric, I don't know if you have an update on anything of on the other side of this bracket as St. Albans and Oak Hill were playing in St. Albans tonight.
I haven't seen anything on the St. Albans Oak Hill one, but
keep up with it on X, formerly Twitter. Here's Burdett racing up the floor. There's a three in the far corner. That was by Robinson. Lyons will dial it up for three. It's too strong. Battle for the rebound. It's out of bounds over to Riverside. So we'll have a Pioneer Community Bank post-game show at the conclusion of this one. Final 2.5 to go. Mullins dials it up. It's too strong. Gunner with the rebound. Robinson for three. It won't go, but Lyons skies for the offensive rebound. Burdett will dial it up for three and hit. Burdett rings a three ball right down the chute. Coming up on the final 2 minutes, Mullins will dial up a three. It won't go. Burdett clears the rebound. So Beckley's going to advance to 17-3, 8 wins in a row, take on South Charleston. South Charleston beat Beckley here in Beckley on January the 30th as the putback is good by Clark. South Charleston won that game. And I'd have to go back and look, Eric, but I believe I'm correct in saying this, that was the lowest point total of any one game as Mullins scores for Beckley. They lost that night 51-42. I think that definitely was the lowest point total of any game this year for Beckley.
Yeah, I can right off the bat, or like top of my head, know that's Robinson's had a tough night of shooting.
Gunner's putback won't go. He got it again. Back to Burdett. He's open for three. He'll put it up. It won't go. Gunner with the offensive rebound. Puts it up and in and draws the foul.
And Gunner, not only does he get the N1 try right there, but a great kick out to Burdett and then getting in position as we see here on the replay and muscling it up and getting to the free throw line.
And, Eric, I think it would be safe to say that obviously if Beckley doesn't score more than 42 points Tuesday, they won't win. And I really believe if South Charleston doesn't score more than 51, they don't win. But the way that game was played in a half court, I think that South Charleston would prefer that to keep it like that.
And one thing South Charleston does well that they did in that game, and you can agree that once they got the lead, they ran offense as Gunner was able to polish off the three-point plays, 3 of 3 from the free throw line.
They put the points on the wrong side. It should be 87-54. They put the 55. They put the point on the wrong side. It's 87-54. Not sure they realized it.
It's actually 87-52.
It actually is, but is that buckets made?
By Breyer. Was that last a three?
No, it wasn't. It's 87. Should be 87-56. As a nice finish by Burdett. 89-56 is what it should be.
Gage Burdett has 10 points in this quarter.
Mullins will dial it up for a three. It won't go. We got a whistle in the final 29 seconds, and then we got a Beckley foul. The scoreboard is showing 88-57. It should be 89-56. Is that what you have, Eric?
I have 89-54, but yes.
Well, I do too, but I'm giving them, you're right. It should be 89-54, but they gave them the point, and now they put 80. Like I said, they don't have 57, and Beckley has 89, but down low the bucket is scored. And let's see who that was.
By Alex Craig Devils.
Yep. So that makes it 89-58. And Beckley will dribble it out. So the score says 88-59, but it's technically 89-58. Because there was no question, Eric. When
Beckley's tried to dribble, it was just funny. They were trying to dribble the ball out. The guy said, I'm getting the steal.
But there was no question when you talked about Owen Gunner completing the three-point play, they put the points on the Riverside.
They did.
On the Riverside
the free
score.
throw.
Yeah, the free throw. The Beckley got credit for the field goal, but they put the free throw on the wrong side. So it's actually 89-58. Gunner down low, shot won't go. Should be the final play. One more shot, and it's a block, and that'll do it. Technically, it should be 89-56, but we'll live with final score. We're going to go with 89-58. So Beckley wins the ball game, 89-58. Beckley's now won 8 in a row. They're now 17-3. Riverside's season will come to an end, and Riverside will finish 6-17. All right, we will take a break, come back and get you ready for the Pioneer Community Bank postgame show coming up next here on Video Productions.
I put in parentheses.
Massey Power Sports is your one-stop off-road and tractor destination. We have an awesome selection of side-by-sides, ATVs, dirt bikes, tractors, and kid machines. Our machines come loaded with features the other brands don't have and will save you thousands of dollars versus the competition. Massey Power Sports offers the best prices, the best service, and the best warranties. Our locations in Beckley and Cross Lanes are here to serve you. Online at MasseyPowersports.com. Massey Power Sports. We power your work and your adventure.
Welcome, folks, to the most mouth-watering showdown on television, the Hangry Games Ultimate Snack-Off, right here at your local Little General store. As the snacks fly and the deli slices, remember, dear viewers, every item they're using can be found at your nearest Little General store, where creativity meets convenience. Keep your appetites brave and your snacks ready.
Seconds on the clock. He hands it off. Finds a hole in the middle. Clear. Nothing but moves. Incredible. A touchdown for the win. I can't believe it.
Pizza. Better with Pepsi.
Take a ride to the north side and get your Big John deal at Midstate Ford in Summersville. And here's the top 5 reasons to shop Midstate Ford. You'll find the largest inventory, award-winning service, financing made easy for everyone, highest trade-in value. And the number 1 reason to shop Midstate Ford is where you'll find your Big John deal. Midstate Ford in Summersville. MidstateFordWV.com.
You have a goal. You know what you want. Start with us, New River Community and Technical College, your community college. Take classes online or in a classroom in Beaver, Lewisburg, Summersville, or Princeton, or step outside the classroom in one of our technical or health programs. Find flexible and affordable options to help you reach your goal. It's closer than you think when you start with us, New River Community and Technical College. Apply today.
And we welcome you back to the Pioneer Community Bank postgame show. Beckley wins this elimination game between the 3 seed and the 6 seed. Beckley, the 3 seed, they win the ball game 89-58. And Eric, while we were in the break there, assistant coaches and fans all knew that when a free throw was made there toward the end of the ball game by Owen Gunner, that after he made the field goal, they put on the Beckley side, which was correct. The free throw he made, they put on the Riverside ledger, and we know that isn't correct. So there's going to be like maybe 3 different scores. The actual score that we have is 89, and everybody's wanting to know what score we have. It should be 89-56.
89-56.
And we're going to go with 89-58, but it should be 89-56. But I guess that's neither here or there.
See, but I have in parentheses what
they
had.
Right, and also we have our stat guy, Kevin Moppin. But I think everybody knew that the score was incorrect. But nevertheless, Beckley wins the ball game. They led 25-13 at the end of the quarter, 46-23 at the break, 66-33 at the end of 3, and they win the ball game. And they win the game, and actually we want to go with 89-56. So we're going to go inside the numbers of this Beckley victory. Inside the numbers are brought to you by Pepsi of Southern West Virginia. Love to have me an ice-cold Pepsi right about now. And, Eric, I think you are done, right?
Yes.
Totally that up?
Oh, yes.
And you do have the numbers. By the way, before you get to that, with 1:20 left in the game at Shady, they now lead Sissonville 66-56, and Shady's at the line, so it looks like Shady will hang on and win, and if they do, Shady will play at home next Thursday in their co-region final. All right, Beckley wins 89-56. Eric, you have the numbers.
For the numbers, for Riverside, they were, of their 56 points, Briar Mullins really came on late into the fourth, too little too late, though. He finishes with 21 mirrors, 4-4 from the free throw line. Josh Brock had 10, and the only other double-figure scorer was Isaiah Coles, who really kept them in the game, played consistent the whole game with 14. For Beckley, they were led tonight by the 22 points from Jalen Walton. Preston Clary had 17. Kobe Dillon ran the offense supremely as he had 9 points and 1-of-1 from the free throw line and knocked down 2 threes. Also in double figures was Gage Burdett, who did damage in that fourth quarter off the bench, was able to score 10 points in that quarter. Javonte Wines had 6, Owen Gunner 5, and Kingston Clark 4 to round out the scoring for Beckley. Beckley was able to knock down 15 out of 19 free throws. That's 79% as a team, and you need that moving forward. And they were able to knock down 10 3-pointers.
Wow, so out of the 89 points they scored, 30 of them came from the long ball. And I think that's something that Coach Kidd definitely would be pleased with as we watch the replay, or actually.
Excuse me, 12.
12 threes.
12 threes.
All right. So Shady is pulled away as they lead 71-56 in the final minute of that. That game's also on Video Productions. All right, final score here, 89-56. So here's what happens moving forward. Of course, on Tuesday will be the 2025 Girls High School Basketball Tournament, and Video Productions will be involved in that as we will produce all of that, and you can catch all that action on a pay-per-view basis on the National High School Federation Network. We'll have the 6 games Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, and then we don't carry the championship games, but we only have the rights up to Friday, and then we'll do that for the boys as well. But as far as Beckley is concerned and Riverside's season, Eric, will come to an end. They'll finish the year at 6-17, and I know Riverside is disappointed not having the kind of year that they wanted, but you and I talked about it. We do think that with the young talent that Riverside has and the coaches, what a good job they did for Riverside, if Riverside stays together, I think that they could really build on something with the kind of talent players that they currently have.
Yeah, they do, and they have some offensive kids that really can, with Briar Mullins and Josh Brock and Isaiah Coates, those guys can put it in the basket, but they need to get some complementary players developed. They had some size. I don't know what year Williams is, Deontay Williams. Sophomore. I mean, plenty of size, just have to develop a little bit, and look for them to trend upwards.
Now on the flip side, Beckley is 17-3. They're winners of 8 in a row, and they'll take on South Charleston. One of the 3 losses that Beckley had this year was against South Charleston on this floor back in January, and it'll come down to one game on Tuesday night, 7 o'clock at the South Charleston Community Center. The winner between Beckley and South Charleston will punch their ticket to the state tournament. Eric, before we say our goodbyes, your quick take on what we may see on Tuesday night.
Tuesday night is going to be, a battle. It's going to be a game of runs, and I think who can have can hold the team to the least amount of runs and really control the glass. South Charleston had that formula back on February 15th. They had the length. They made timely 3-pointers. And for Beckley to win at South Charleston on the road, they're going to need, we would be remiss not to say this, Zion Hawthorne has to be full strength.
Yes, and we don't know. We figure he will. He did not play Tuesday in the last regular season game at Bluefield. He didn't play tonight. But I would say this, Eric, I think Beckley can win a game in the 50s. I think South Charleston can win a game in the 70s. But I think that if the game gets in the 70s, I definitely would give Beckley the upper hand. If South Charleston can keep the game in the 50s, even then maybe into the lower 60s, I would give South Charleston the upper hand.
Yeah, and I think you're exactly right. And it's going to be a chess match. We'll see what both coaches come up with, man, because Tuesday is for a trip. South Charleston just wants to drive right up the road to the Civic Center, and Beckley wants to be able to make that trek up 77 to get to the capital city to try to win a state championship.
Like I said, the girls' state tournament will begin Tuesday. Video Productions will produce it. It's on the National High School Federation Network, pay-per-view. Also, the boys' high school tournament will begin on Tuesday, March 18th. And once again, it'll be pay-per-view and for the High School Federation Network as Video Productions will produce it. Well, that'll wrap it up. It's been a great year for our crew here in this market. We appreciate the heavy hitter, Mr. Nick Eskins. It's hard to believe. We always say time flies when you're having fun. This is 4 full years that Nick has been putting up with you and I, Eric, as the producer and director, and he did another fabulous job, not just tonight, but for the entire season. So Nick's our guy, and we also appreciate the camera work from Cameron Ball tonight. Also got to give a shout-out to Jackie Moon. He's working in Shady tonight, but we had him probably most nights this year. And, of course, for my partner, Eric Thomas, I'm Maris Lowry repeating the final score. Beckley has defeated Riverside 89-56. Riverside season is over. Beckley will play in the co-region final against South Charleston Tuesday. Good night, everybody.